Behind closed doors and hidden from the world lies an ancient secret so profound that those in power were determined to bury it forever. But today, dear adventurers, we dare to unlock the forbidden vaults of history and reveal a discovery that should have remained shrouded in mystery. From forgotten temples to enigmatic artifacts, we'll journey through the depths of time, where the truth has been obscured by centuries of secrecy. On number 7, we have the ancient plains of Quimbaya. It's common to discover enigmatic artifacts in Egypt, but similar to the well-known Saqqara bird, a number of artifacts with aircraft-like patterns have been discovered all across Central and South America. Particularly, the Quimbaya relics were discovered in Colombia. The Quimbaya culture produced a number of objects made of pure gold that resemble contemporary airplanes. Some of these artifacts even included intricate tail struts and propellers, which prompted many to theorize that the prehistoric Colombians may have understood the principles of aerodynamics, and that these artifacts may be miniature replicas of real airplanes or other types of gliders. The out-of-place artifact argument, which has been made famous by a number of fake archaeologists and ancient alien theories, contends that the objects are much too advanced for the Quimbaya and is supported by the abundance of similarities to contemporary airplanes. Despite the fact that the Quimbaya produced a wide variety of gold artifacts, over 120 of which the authorities actually recovered from thieves, the general public continues to pay attention to those that are thought to be technologically sophisticated for their culture. On number 6, we will talk about the jade discs. The jade discs, often referred to as eye discs, are round, flattened rings that date back to the late Neolithic era. Since they were often found on the remains of nobles and were discovered in virtually all of the big tombs of the Hongtian civilization, which lasted from 3800 BC to 2000 BC, they seem to have been of major significance. It is puzzling that China's early Neolithic people picked this material, since they were fashioned from jade, which is a very hard rock, given that they were manufactured at a time when metal tools or instruments were not accessible. Although it would have taken the artisans a very long time, some archaeologists have suggested that they may have been created by brazing and polishing. Others think that the jade disc's introduction may be related to the intriguing enigma surrounding the Dropa stones, which are similar disc-shaped relics that were purportedly discovered in a cave close to the China-Tibet border before the jade discs. Since the jade discs date from a time when writing systems were developed, archaeologists have been baffled by their function and significance for decades. On number 5, we have the ANTIKYTHERA mechanism. When you consider the age of the antique computer, which is currently on display at the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, the degree of workmanship is just astounding. The earliest mechanical computer has been dubbed the ANTIKYTHERA mechanism. It was created to compute astronomical positions and was discovered in a shipwreck 45 meters beneath the surface off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera. It is approximately as sophisticated as a top-notch clock from the 18th century, even though it is 2,100 years old. It consists of a box with dials on the exterior and an extremely intricate assembly of gear reels installed within. Scientists have been compelled to acknowledge that their preconceived notions about ancient Greek engineering may be incorrect due to the device's degree of complexity. Nothing like this exists, and none of the known texts from the time it was created make any reference to it. The information we do possess suggests that this process shouldn't even exist. On number 4, we will talk about the Baghdad battery. This device consists of a 5-inch high clay vessel, inside of which was a copper cylinder held in place by asphalt. Archaeologists discovered a rusted iron rod within the cylinder. Wilhelm Koenig, a German who served as the National Museum of Iraq's director, proposed that they may be galvanic cells that were perhaps used to electroplate gold onto silver artifacts around 1940. Nobody has been able to disprove him, particularly considering that an electric charge might be generated by just filling the device with an acidic or alkaline liquid. Even if it had been able to function, the Baghdad battery wouldn't have been particularly efficient as a battery. In actuality, the majority of archaeologists think the device was only a storage container and not a battery. On number 3, we will discuss the PIRI REIS map. In 1929, a group of historians made what can only be described as an amazing discovery written on the skin of a gazelle. After careful examination and investigation, they discovered that the map was really created in 1513 by the well-known Turkish admiral PIRI REIS. Europe and North Africa, the coast of Brazil, a number of islands, including the fabled island of Antilia and the Azores, Japan, and even Antarctica, which was assumed to have been found more than 300 years later, were all shown by REIS. The most perplexing aspect is not that it suggests that the chronology for a lot of exploratory finds has to be re-examined, but rather because it portrays Antarctica's landscape in great detail and without ice cover, even that the last time that happened was more than 6,000 years ago. The inclusion of Antarctica is especially noteworthy, even if the map's veracity is questionable, and more reliable maps didn't appear until later in the 16th century. How is a continent that has been buried in ice for the last 6,000 years mapped by a Turkish commander from half a millennium ago? On number 2, we will talk about the walls of Sissewamen. These remarkable walls initially captured the attention of the Spanish conquistadors near the city of Cusco, which is located more than 3,500 meters above sea level. They were shocked to learn that these marvels had been constructed by individuals who, in their opinion, lacked intelligence and the capacity for rational thought. They are really 3 concentric walls that are composed of 300-ton limestone stones and have an average length and height of around 360 meters apiece. The walls were constructed without the use of mortar or any other kind of cement, yet they were cut and arranged so tightly together that not even a sharp knife could fit between 2 blocks. Scientists have made attempts to do this on a much smaller scale, but they have been unable in duplicating the precise joints of the Sissewamen walls. On number 1 comes the NAZCA drawings. There is undoubtedly something strange about the NAZCA paintings or lines. They were found in 1930, when the US opened 2 new commercial lines, and some of them are longer than 200 meters. They encompass 450 square kilometers. They show lines, mathematical shapes, animals, and shapes that we still don't fully understand. Many think they are constellations. It is apparent that they were intended to be seen from the sky, whether they were erected for the gods or for any other purpose. Scientists have struggled to explain how they might have been conceived and produced without someone supervising the process from above. We can only be in awe of these incredible sculptures and keep asking ourselves how and why a group of people known as the NAZCA were able to produce them. Even better, we continue to find fresh NAZCA lines. Archaeologists discovered about 150 new NAZCA lines in 2022, which sparked fresh questions about how and why these lines were created. But for now, we're not really certain. As we conclude this extraordinary journey through the hidden realms of history, we can't help but marvel at the wonders we've uncovered together. The secrets we've revealed today, once shielded from the world, now stand as a testament to the enduring spirit of curiosity and discovery.